Thank you for joining today's topics. I think you all are welcome about today's topic. So our topic says online communication is better than face-to-face communication. So before discussing further, I would like to know who's there.
Jubair Mustaqishan, Uttaran Shankar.
Namin and Neil.
Muhammad is Victoria Khan.
Okay, thank you. So who wants to go first?
They
I
can
think
go
our
first.
opponent team should go first. Yeah, I think they should go first.
No, I think they should go first.
Yes. So,
Okay.
Shankar.
Okay, no problem. Offline communication is always better because it can build us a good trust and they can't betray you easily.
Alright, now in case your friend lives in abroad, in case your friend lives in abroad, then what will you do? Can you
Okay.
just go there to talk to your friend face to face?
Okay, but if they live in abroad, do they have internet all the time?
Of course, because in countries, other countries, they always have like frequent internet connection, and even if they don't have any Wi-Fi connection, then they can just buy mobile data. So what they
Yes,
can do?
but if they're living in a different country, they need to change their SIMs. But and that also takes thousands of taka, and also lots of time, even costing from 2 to 3 weeks sometimes.
But it will take only one time. You don't need to change it. You don't need to change it weekly or monthly or yearly.
And if they can afford to live abroad, then do you not think that they can afford a SIM?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if you're telling
But
that,
nowadays, most of the people are using social media. The using ratio of social media is increasing day by day.
yes, it
So
is
those who
increasing.
don't
But
have
sir, and so many people don't have the allowance, and they get a mobile or any devices or any electronics. They don't even have even money.
but
They don't have
this
money to
ratio
afford
is
it.
not enormous. I think there are a little amount of people who
Not
don't use.
little, but not all countries have high GDPs.
Yes, sir.
And not all of their districts and all of the areas are well developed.
Yeah,
How
just
can
like
you prove
just
that?
like Africa.
Well,
That is-
not many of our friends lives in Africa. They live in America or UK or France
Okay,
and
how
other
many
countries.
friends do you have in America? Most of the friends are near us, not
Yeah.
away from us.
Well, but
How
I
can you even make friends that go abroad?
well,
How
but
can
I
you?
have some cousins who live in USA, so I talk to them sometimes in online.
Okay,
And what
so
about they don't have any mobile?
Of course, they have mobile, and if they don't have any
No,
mobile, they can just
it is
ask
in
their
case.
parents.
In case if they don't have and if their parents don't give them permission, and how would you even know that when they will be free?
Now listen, we don't call them every time. So when we call them, their parents usually allow them to give the phone because we don't actually even talk once a month. It
But
happens like in maybe 6 times a year. So they give permission to use the phone. And our mother actually confirms to their mother to so that they can give permission to our cousin so that we can talk a bit.
But-
And we know each other. We are not unknown persons.
And we don't talk for much, so they give us permission.
okay, but let me just tell you one thing. If you are really in that much relationship with a abroad member of your family, like cousin or brother, then why don't they visit you once or twice a year? Why just they don't visit you? And what are the percentage of those that you're telling live abroad? Like about 96 to 7 of us are living near us, not abroad us, because they don't want to upset us in our childhood. They want to encourage us in our childhood. Didn't your parents also encourage you in your childhood?
Now listen, I told you that they don't have time to visit us. That's why they call us. And if they actually had time, then they could just come abroad. But since they don't have time, that's why they call us. And that's why. And if they actually have time, then face-to-face conversation would be more convenient. But it's also very costly. And plus, I don't actually have that much cousins or friends in abroad, but I do have some friends in other districts, and we don't actually have time or holidays to visit them. So that's why we often like FaceTime them or call them or text with them. So What do you think about that?
But my friend, you told that those who live in abroad they have more allowance than
It's
us.
not.
Wait, sir. Let me just tell. They have more allowance than us. Then why don't they come to visit us? Why won't they
So,
come?
okay, so how often do you visit your relatives in India?
Sir, in my country or abroad?
Is in your country. I
In
mean,
my
in your native place, those who are living in a native place. So, how often do you visit them?
sir, I think once a month.
Once a, it's not once a month, once a year.
No, sir. I
Yeah, okay,
actually
once a
once
month.
a month.
Once a month. But we can communicate them off and on by using
every day.
every day by using social media platforms or by making phone calls.
Now listen, in case you have an emergency and you need to contact your friend who lives in another district, so can you just go there quickly and communicate with them face to face?
Okay, my dear friend, let me just tell you one thing. In case that your friends randomly get sick, what can you help if they live alone? What can you do that when they're randomly sick? You can't just go all the way to there and then take them to the hospital. It's not like that. But if you're talking to face and they suddenly have a heart attack, you can also just immediately go them to the hospital. And also, health is always the first duty.
Now listen, their parents are there to accompany them to hospital. We don't have to be there. They have their parents, their other relatives to help them.
So, okay. Let me finish. So, online communication is okay, but what you said is that you are right, absolutely right. In case of emergency, it's okay to go there if possible. So both online and offline communication has their own merits and demerits. Thanks for joining today's topics.
Bilingual Learning Center, BLC, Bogura.